Steven, you set the franchise record for offensive rebounds in a season. Just what does that mean to you? And just how would you describe the season you've had, on the offensive boards?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, prefer not to get as many because it means that we're missing too many bloody shots, mate. But yeah, it's pretty good stuff, mate. Feels good.
Steve, what did Kenny McFadden mean to you, and what will you miss the most about him?
Yeah, I mean, so when my old man passed when I was 13, he was kind of like, he filled that role. So he was like a major father figure when I was 13. And he just got me into the whole basketball path and kind of believed in me from the start. So, I mean, it's all good stuff, man. I'm not the only one that he's helped out, so it's sad, but it's also a pretty good celebration of his legacy, what he left behind amongst the kids that he's helped, who's now gone on to do whatever. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's good stuff, mate.
Steven, so you're putting up career high assist numbers. You had 5 tonight. Just what's been just the biggest thing in your this career year as far as a passer? Is it just having the ball in your hands more? Is it just seeing stuff differently? Like what's gone into that?
Yeah, typically, bro. So like, I mean, the shift you'll see in like the NBA in general is like most teams are going towards like more handoffs and stuff like this. Pick and rolls are still very much a thing, but like you'll see the bigs have the ball in their hands a lot more for handoffs and stuff like this, just because it gives a different look for the pick and roll coverages. So I think it's like a bit more of that, and then we play like split actions and whatnot. You see that a bit more around the league than back in the day. You know what I mean? So like my OKC days, it wasn't a thing. It was only like me and Russ pick and roll type thing, or KD or whatever, right? So yeah, mate, it's good. It's also good because they're bloody hitting some shots, I guess, huh? When you give them the ball, that helps.
Hey, Steven, you pretty much have the same expression at the beginning of the day, at the end of the day. How can we tell when you're having a good time on the court? We see Ja dancing and people dunking. You got the same expression beginning and end. How do we know when you're
do I? That's not good, mate. You're going to make me self-conscious, mate. A complex. I'll try and smile. It'll be real awkward, though. Be real weird. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I mean, it's all good. I mean, I'm happy. Like, it's good because it's just like, yeah, we completed a good play. But then it's also like, yeah, we still got to win the game, if that makes sense. So I'll be happy, like, in the locker room afterwards, as long as we finish the mission,
Melton was describing, I guess, your approach to offensive rebounding and how scientific it is. I guess if you were explaining to someone that knows nothing about offensive rebounding, how much would the common person know?
Shit, what's your question, mate?
If you were trying to describe the science of offensive rebounding to somebody that knows nothing about offensive rebounding, how would you do it?
Yeah, just stand on the opposite side that they're shooting. Yeah, that's basic enough. Typically the ball bounced that far. That's as basic as it goes, but you can go into the Dennis Rodman. Reckon he's major science. He's talking about like the rotations of the ball, and he's wild, bro. That's different level. No, I'm too stupid for that, mate. You know what I mean? Not enough brain cells for that one, brother. I just stand there, mate. You know what I mean? All good? Oh, no, sorry. Beg your pardon.
That'll be quick. Steven, for fans who are watching you guys, especially this week with the news that John Morant is out for a couple of games, and for fans that are shocked to kind of just see what you guys have been able to do without him, what would be your message to those fans about what this group has done, especially when you look up and down the roster when it's been that next man up mentality?
Sorry, so what am I explaining to the fans who
shocked that, like, what you guys have done,
being like
without John Morant, but
okay.
When you look up and down the roster, it's every guy participating.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just one of these things, like we have depth, but like it's not just depth. Like you don't just like, it's good having players, like really talented players, but it's how we play like in the system. Like the system itself is really, really good. And that's defensively and offensively. Like we get a bunch of assists, usually like again, like I think 30 assists tonight or something. Crazy, like, you know what I mean? It's that sort of game on offense. But then defensively, we're rotating and stuff like this, right? It's very much like you're just grinding it out. You know what I mean? You do all the dirty stuff that's not sexy to do, but that's how we play, make it as difficult as we can for them, but then also just share the ball. And that's just the system. And even when Ja comes back, it's the same thing, right? But then, yeah, when the bro just needs to attack, it's attacks. We just play, whatever it is. We don't get discouraged or anything like this. It's not just the players too. The coaches do a really good job, just making sure we're all organised and with the game plan itself. Because it's not just us just going out there. They do a phenomenal job in terms of strategy, what we want to give up, what we're trying to attack, exploit, stuff like this. Taylor's really switched on. And the assistant coaches do amazing job with their scouts, right? So it's like a full effort of everyone doing all the small details, because that matters the most. All these little small details that maybe you could steal a possession and then they get frustrated and steal another possession and then it builds up. You'll probably hear that a lot more as we go into the playoffs, because that's what matters. If you could steal possessions, because it's just so intense. If you could steal a few possessions here and there, it's just like could really swing the outcome of a game, right? So hopefully that was enough bloody English. I was bloody rambling, eh? Sorry. Cheers, eh?